Big news now coming in. IDF spokesperson Daniel Hagari has now shared a video walking through one of Hamas's subterranean terrorist tunnels, only to exit in Gaza's Al-Shifa Hospital, a children's hospital on the other side. The videos that are being shared by the Israel Defense Forces is basically to show how there are underground tunnels in hospitals, and those underground tunnels were clearly being used by the Hamas, and there was a reason because they knew that that Israel would never target a hospital, and that is why they set up their underground tunnels, and inside these tunnels they hide, operate, and according to the Israeli Defense Forces, they are claiming that there were some Israeli hostages also that were held against their will. Let's take a look briefly at this video that has been shared by the Israeli Defense Forces.
In the massacre of the 7th of October, they even have bullets in this motorcycle. Look above this. Look above it. It's a
to our Foreign Affairs editor Geeta Mohan for the latest on that. Geeta, there had long been a suspicion that, as according to the Israeli Defense Forces too, that there are a lot of tunnels that have been built or offices or where Hamas is operating in places like schools and hospitals where they exit or entry into. And one of the reasons was they knew that they'll likely not be targeted. Do tell us what is the reason that the IDF has released it? Where are the operations presently at this stature on the Gaza Strip?
Well, there was a lot of flag that the IDF received in the recent past for having attacked and bombed the hospitals in Gaza. And it's the reason why these videos now have emerged or are being put out of how the hospitals are not just spaces where civilians are there, but also spaces where there are tunnels that are coming in and out of those hospitals that are being used by the Hamas. Again, the other thing that the IDF has been always saying is that that Hamas does use civilians as human shields. And this is again proof that they are in the hospital, they're present there, and in many ways not allowing people to move, so being used as human shields. So in a way trying to say why exactly is it that they attacked or have attacked the hospitals that they have. And the footage certainly, if one looks at Gaza, the tunnels are everywhere. So it has been highly unlikely that it wouldn't have gone through underground of the hospitals. But to have the video and to prove that there are people who are in Hamas who are now present in the tunnels under the hospitals. And another chilling discovery of a basement room that hints at the presence of hostages there, while these underground headquarters are used and tunnels are being used to store weapons as well, is certainly why the targets that the IDF targets these hospitals.
All right, so that's one of the reasons that the Israeli Defense Forces are releasing these videos now. To kind of put forth their narrative that there's a reason that there are these strikes that are taking place because there have been underground tunnels, is what IDF has been claiming. I appreciate you joining us, Geeta Mohan. It's a developing story, and it's very likely that more of these videos will likely now surface from the IDF. Now, here's what had happened. Remember, the IDF is intensifying strikes on Hamas and its terror hideouts. After the attack at the premises near the Al-Shifa Hospital as well, IDF units ran into an ambush and came under fire from operating while near Al-Quds Hospital. It's Gaza's largest hospital. A group of Hamas terrorists opened fire with information coming in with the RPGs from among civilians at the hospital entrance, damaging an Israeli tank which was about a few meters away from the hospital. This basically means using humans as shields and specifically patients at the hospital. Israeli soldiers fired at the Al-Shifa Hospital. Civilians fled from the area. Additional terrorists, according to the inputs coming in, joined the fight, and some of whom had hidden among the civilians as well. And these are primarily information that's coming in. Remember, claims also from the IDF of how the Hamas is still using innocent people, especially patients at hospital, to avoid any sort of firing from the IDF.
التهجير اللي صار للشعب الفلسطيني كان موجود في الذاكرة منذ زمن بعيد، واليوم التهجير صار بشكل كبير، يعني أكبر من ال 48. أنا كنت في مستشفى الشفاء من المستحيل إني أفكر في يوم أتصاوب أو إشي. يعني مستشفى الشفاء محمية بكل أشكالها، بكل حاجة فيها محمية. اليوم أنا كنت راح أستشهد وشوية كان أهلي راح يستشهدوا. يعني الوضع عن جد صار سيء. إذا المستشفى بتنضرب وين ضل مكان آمن؟ وين نروح؟ وين نخلي؟ هينا طلعنا مشي من الشفا هينا عندنا وصلنا انصراف. وين نروح؟ في مكان آمن هان؟ إذا في مكان آمن دلونا.
إحنا أول ما بدأ القصف والحرب إحنا ضلينا في بيوتنا، بس لما اشتد وين نروح؟ رحنا على الشفا وضلينا لحد الليلة اللي فاتت وإحنا بالشفا وكويسين. الليلة بدأ القصف من الساعة 12 أو 11:30 لحتى الآن، وهم بقصفوا بيرموا بيضربوا صواريخ، وهو هذا الشفا مكان آمن يعني إننا نتخبى فيه، فهلقيت فيش مكان آمن. فلما لقينا القصف اشتد وإشي لا احنا سحبنا حالنا وطلعنا، وكنا بدنا نستشهد أنا وأولادي وجيزان بناتي، ورحنا شردنا حسبي الله وأنت نعم الوكيل.